Now look, institutional investors have spent almost 2 decades and billions of dollars deciding whether single-family homes were a good bet. They have way better data than us. They're way smarter than us. And they concluded that yes, residential real estate is a good buy. That's just an observation about what sophisticated Wall Street investors decided to do with their own capital. So I'm going to walk you through why this is the exact same asset that you're allowed and you can definitely invest in. You know, people ask me all the time, they're like, they know I'm a golfer, okay? So I get asked, what is it about golf that you love? And one of the things I always tell them is just like, what other sport that is a professional sport can you actually play at the location using the same equipment? I mean, like, I can play tennis all day long. I'm not going to play in Wimbledon Stadium, but I can pick up my golf clubs and I can go play any course that I want, right? I can go to Pebble Beach today and it's not going to be a problem. You know, I can't go play basketball in a arena. I can't go to Bridgestone and knock around a hockey puck, but I can really get involved in this. I'm going to tell you something. Kind of like this is giving the same vibes to me. I mean, we very rarely ever get to invest in something and make money on a product in exactly the same way and exactly the same market with exactly the same data as a Wall Street investor. It always seems like they're just like one step ahead of us. But this is definitely an area that you can totally get involved in. And if you haven't, I really hope that this episode is going to help give you that encouragement and that positive, energy, that forward momentum that you're going to go, hey, I can do this. I'm going to do it. I'm going to stop renting. I'm going to make 2026 the year where I actually buy. Now, look, here's the thing. You don't know where you're going to be in 2 years, or if your income is not steady, okay, then renting is probably the right decision for you. Okay, anybody telling you anywhere that you need to buy in every single season of your life is not telling you the truth. The truth is there are seasons when buying is not a good idea. The only person I know who can really give you the true advice of whether and really take a look at your financial picture and tell you for sure whether buying or renting is the best choice for you personally is a loan officer. So I'm going to encourage you to give us a call because I'm not a loan officer, but I work with the best. And her name is Carrie Ann Sear. She's with CMG Mortgage, and she's a member of the Trusted Network. Give us a call. It's 615-257-0565, or you can visit me at therealdealradio.com, and we will help hook you up with Miss Carrie Ann. Now, you definitely want to do it through the Trusted Network because we have some special incentives available through our program that you can't get anywhere else. So got to give us a call, 615-257-0565. Now, here is the thing that you need to know. A rental property, a rent payment is going to get you shelter. It's temporary. That's all that it is. But a mortgage payment is actually going to buy you shelter plus a small piece of an asset that you get to buy a little piece of it every single month. True, part of that, huge part of it in the first 5 years is going to go towards the interest payment, right? However, once you've owned that home for a certain amount of time, then you actually start paying off huge chunks of the principal that's owed on that house. And, the principal, basically, that's like a forced savings account. Researchers have found that it adds to a household's net worth almost dollar for dollar. Rent declines a household's net worth almost dollar for dollar. Okay? So if you're going to pay, let's just say $36,000 a year for rent, you're going to lose $36,000. You're going to pay the $36,000, so you're going to be minus $36,000. You're also going to lose another $36,000. You're going to be in the hole about $72,000 when you rent instead of own. On the flip side, if you have a mortgage payment, you're going to, on average, you're going to pay $36,000 for that mortgage. But here's the thing, you're going to make $36,000. So you're going to actually be up $70. You got me? That's why they say the rich keep getting richer and the poor keep getting poorer. Renters are losing money. Homeowners are making money. Go look up the numbers yourself. It's as irrefutable. If you have to challenge me, try to give me a call. Give me a call and let's break it down. Let's go through the numbers. Break out the Excel spreadsheets. I will show it to you. Demonstrate this math. Basically, what it happens is that a fixed payment is going to also lock in. Now, you can determine what your mortgage payment is going to be, not counting the homeowner's insurance or property taxes or HOA dues, but just the principal and interest portion of it is going to be fixed for 30 years. Your rent is not fixed for 30 years. Your rent is going to continue to go up over 30 years. Guess what that's called? That's called inflation. That's why they say that owning a home is actually a hedge against inflation. That is why over the lifetime, homeowners are so much wealthier than renters. It makes a huge, massive difference. I'm not going to go over the taxes because, we can go down and break down the taxes. I'm not even going to go into that math. That's a whole other level, okay? But not only that, when you own a home, you get equity because the property continues to appraise. Aside from paying down the principal, property will continue to appraise for more and more and more. It goes up over time every single year. So you're actually going to be able to take the equity in your property and flip it and basically forward it into every property that you buy. I was at lunch with a friend the other day, amazing person, Craig Edwards, to be a weatherman. Hope to have him on the show sometime soon, but many of you know Craig. You grew up with him. He was on air for a really long time. And he was telling me that his first house he bought at a steal, okay, with less than $100,000. And then he ended up having real estate that he just flipped that equity over and over and over again and made $2 million, from that initial equity and just flipped it. It's just from appreciation, you guys. That's just appreciation. So you want to buy the most house that you can possibly buy, the most you can afford. And again, the only person who's going to be able to tell you that is a mortgage loan officer. So guys, look, if you could buy real estate back in 1981 when interest rates were over 18.5%, the 30-year fixed rate in October of 1981 was 18.63%, you guys. The average price of a first-time home buyer was only $67,000, but that mortgage payment was $868 every single month. $860 for a $67,000 home. Y'all, we do not have it that bad here in 2026. Be grateful for what we have. Stay positive. You can do it. I know it's hard, but give us a call and just get started. This is, I don't care who you buy or who you get a loan from, just buy something this year. And if this program inspired you and you actually did buy, please reach out, give me a shout and let me know, because I just want to hear from you guys, knowing that we are making a difference and we're growing homeowners here in Middle Tennessee. Y'all been listening to The Real Deal. Thank you so much for joining me on this program. I appreciate you guys so much. Have a great weekend. I'll see you here next week. Thanks.